You can fix almost everything about a piece of land. Any conversion, roads, electricity, trees, access. You cannot fix water. If there's no viable water source on your land, no working borewell, no canal access, no reliable rainfall, your land is fundamentally limited in what it can even become. And I've seen people find this out after they've paid crores. Today we're talking about water. Why it matters more than almost any other factor, how to evaluate it properly, and the questions most buyers never even think to ask. Why water is the first thing to check? Land without water is land you can visit but can't truly use. You can't build a farmhouse you can live in comfortably. You can't grow anything meaningful. You can't run a hospitality business. You can't maintain the land without water for the trees and grounds. The Satbara extract has a water source field, but that field only tells you the recorded source. It doesn't tell you whether the borewell is currently operational, what depth the water is at, whether it's seasonal or year-round, what the water quality is. For any serious evaluation, you need to go significantly deeper than the Satbara. Let's talk about the borewell questions nobody asks. Most land in the Karjat, Alibag and the Konkan region relies on borewells. These are the questions you need answered before you sign anything. Is there any existing borewell? And is it actually working? Many properties have borewells that were drilled, produced water initially, and then dried up. Ask for the borewell log, depth, casing details, yield at the time of drilling. What is the depth? In the Sahyadri foothills, the water table varies dramatically by locations. Some areas hit water at 60 to 80 feet, others need 200 to 300 feet. Both the cost and the reliability are completely different. What is the yield? Yield is measured in gallons per hour. A borewell giving 500 gallons per hour is a completely different asset from one giving 50. For a farmhouse with a garden, you need a consistent minimum. For a hospitality property with multiple cottages, you need substantially more. Is it seasonal? In much of the Konkan, borewells run well through monsoon and post-monsoon months, and then reduce or dry up between February and June. If your intended use is year-round, which any hospitality business requires, you need water that holds through summer, not just in October. What is the water quality? Hard water, saline water, iron-heavy water, all common across different parts of Maharashtra. You may be able to treat it, but that adds cost and complexity. Get it tested at a certified lab before you buy, not after. Moving on to rainfall, surface water, and what to actually look for. Karjat and Alibag receive some of the highest rainfall in India. Karjat averages 2,500 to 3,000 millimeters annually, and Alibag gets 2,800 to 3,200 mm. This is genuinely an asset. Groundwater recharge is good. Borewells that dip in summer recover quickly after the first monsoon rains, and the land stays naturally green for most of the year. But rainfall also creates things you need to check carefully. Drainage paths, low-lying areas where the rainwater accumulates from surrounding higher land will be seasonally flooded. You cannot build there. Identify these before you buy. Ponds. A natural pond on a property is a genuine asset. Irrigation, aesthetics, a feature for farm stay. But check whether it fills only from direct rainfall or has a feeder stream. Rainfall-fed ponds may be dry by April. Stream-fed ponds hold water longer. Also check, is the pond entirely on your survey number or does it straddle a boundary? Shared water creates shared disputes. Nalas. Seasonal streams running through a property are a visual asset but carry specific rules. Setback requirements, downstream user rights in some cases. Understand these before you plan your layout around them. So you might wonder what to do when the water situation is unclear. If you're looking at land and the water situation isn't clear, where there's no existing borewell, no test data, no obvious surface water, here's what you should do before buying. Get a hydrogeological assessment. A hydrogeologist analyzes the topography, rock formation, local rainfall data, and existing water usage nearby and gives you a probability of borewell success and likely yield. Costs around rupees 15 to 30,000 but can save you crores. Talk to your neighboring landowners. People who've been farming adjacent land for decades know where the water is, how deep you need to drill, and what the seasonal pattern looks like. You cannot get this from any document. Talk to local borewell drillers. They've drilled across the area. They know which survey number tends to produce well and which are the problematic ones. An honest driller will tell you even before you pay him. Check the existing land use. If surrounding farms are actively irrigated and productive, water is likely available. If they're all dry farmed with only seasonal crops, that is a signal about water availability in that area. Water is the one thing you can't compromise on. Before you buy any land outside a city, especially in Maharashtra where you're dependent on borewells, understand the water completely. Not partially, completely. Drill depth, yield, seasonality, quality, source of any surface water on the property. It adds a few days to your due diligence. The alternative is spending crores on land that you discover years later cannot support what you plan to build. If you have any questions around how to gauge water supply on your land, do drop a comment. In the next episode, I'm going to talk about how to negotiate with a landowner, which is completely different from any other negotiation you've done and which is most buyers get badly wrong. Thanks for watching and subscribe for more such videos.